short. I'll handle it like this. And you have to be the one. You know, people say like, oh, don't assume why they failed and shit on calls, Alzar.
What?
No. I'm saying, have you heard sales coaches say that? Never assume. Let them tell you.
Bro, some people, I'm not gonna lie, like, especially with my prospects, sometimes they're so fucking retarded, I just put it at them, like, I throw it at them. Like, I'll reloop, like, one time, and then if they're just being stupid, I'll just throw a tangible there. And then they'll be like, yeah. But, like, you gotta be a little curious when you're throwing the tangible, too. It's like, I mean, like, do you feel like, I don't know, like, maybe, like, fear stopped you? Maybe you're uncertain. And then they'll just tell you, yeah, they're uncertain. But, like, you don't tell them right away. Like, that's why people get it mixed up.
A lot of people, though, they will make an excuse before, because if certainty is the real objection, they will make an excuse. If you throw those tangibles at them and you ask them like, oh, is it fear or is it money or is it this? They'll say that it's fear, but then it's like, now you have to go again and explain to them why it's not fear. But then that's not a bad thing to be like, okay, well, I understand how like you could think that way, that it's fear, but would it be fair to say that you would not be scared at all if you were 100% guaranteed success, like joining the program?
Yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, why would I have no fear? And I'll always like give really extreme examples, especially if it's like someone that's like religious. I'll be like, if God told you right now, you got divine revelation from God, and he said you would succeed in this 100%, where would your fear be then? It would be completely gone, right? Be like, okay, so at the end of the day, it's not fear, right? And because you already explained to them the uncertainty, how there's not a 100% guarantee in life, blah, 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 blah. And then bam, you tie it back and you get their uncertainty again. Never get to a point, guys. Y'all need to be like, pre-handling uncertainty way before pitch, way before price drop, way before any of that shit. Because trust me, after you price drop, if you haven't changed their identity and their beliefs, and they don't realize that the way that they're not where they want to be yet in life because of certainty, then what the fuck? They're not gonna buy it. You can objection handle them, and maybe you have a 10% chance of closing that person. But like, these are things you need to be doing way before any of this shit. Which is why I say none of y'all need to be studying objections. It's gay. It doesn't make sense. Never study objections. Be like, how do I handle this? Also, the analogies that I give are on spot. I saw someone has like a doc of like analogy like shits to say. Bro, it's gay as fuck. They can feel that on the call as well that you're doing that. Every word track, every fucking word track you're using, every single analogy you're giving, I promise you, if it's not coming from the heart, they can feel that completely. But like, here's what I'm explicitly trying to get out to y'all. It's that people say on calls that you should not assume. That's what all these sales coaches say. The problem is, if you don't assume, they will never tell you what it actually is. So then you're just going to waste another 10 minutes of your time trying to get them to tell you why they failed. But these people don't fucking know. And you don't have to say it. Bro, if you take calls like me and you're a very friendly, loving person, and they know that you love them, and like they love you as well, you can get away with saying anything. It's like with a girl. If a girl loves you in real life, for example, I could say anything to her that I want to. I can say anything, bro. And also, tone takes you a lot there too. That's why I think I've told you this, Alzar. Like the dinners with Pablo, bro, I can walk in any room, say the most outlandish shit, no one cares. Because they respect me. Completely. So like, you're able to literally throw it at their faces, and don't say it in a dickhead manner. Like, nah, bro, it's not money. Like, no, it's not money holding you back. Like, you're just uncertain. Then like, obviously you said it in like a manner where they're gonna get a little defensive. Maybe in the moment you get a prospect defensive, you're low-key cooked. But if you're that friendly with them on the call and they love you, you can tell them, like, would it be fair to say that at the end of the day, like it doesn't come down to a money thing, because money wouldn't mean anything to you, and investing in the program wouldn't mean anything to you if you were 100% guaranteed success. Then you wouldn't value the dollar that you're valuing the dollar right now at all. Would that be fair to say? Yeah. And be like, okay, so then would it be fair to say you just don't believe 100% that this is going to work out for you? And they're like, yeah. And by the way, you don't have to always use certainty. You say, I just use belief. And then they say, okay, well, yeah, it's my beliefs. And then what do you have to do next? Fix their beliefs. And bro, a lot of the shit that I talk about on my YouTube will help y'all on y'all sales calls. Like that limiting belief YouTube video, go watch that, and you can use so much of that in your calls, bro. Because at the end of the day, on a call with someone, I will literally explain to them how beliefs work. And I'll show them that in the first place. And I always make TikToks on like mentalism and all these things. Bro, at the end of the day, someone will respect you and love you even more the more knowledge that you have. Which is why I don't respect closers that are strictly framework and word track based, because it's like they're not giving any like knowledge to the person on how the world works. Like at the end of the day, it's a paradigm. Do y'all know what paradigms are?
It's an endless, like, unchanging cycle, right? Or am I just fucking wrong?
I mean that's like a way of it, but this is the four things. It's like someone's model of reality, how they interpret the world, their identity, beliefs, patterns, and what they think is possible for them. That's exactly how my style of closing is. And I want to know exactly how these people interpret success. Like, I want to get to know why they think some people become successful and why others don't. Because they don't know that either. So here's the thing. It's like, if you ask them that after handling everything that we just did, like, what separates the 1% from the 99%? Someone tell me something that someone might say. Like, oh, they just put the work in, blah, 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 or like something like that. At the end of the day, I would explain to them that you're physically not able to put work in if you don't have beliefs. If you don't even believe right now that you could hit $10,000 a month, you will not be able to work like a $10,000 a month person. That's how beliefs are. Every belief that you ever held in your life is why your life is the way that it is. And I tell them this too. I'm be like, bro, and that's a very scary thing for me to like say to you. And when I was like younger, and I first admitted this to myself, I got depressed because I was like, damn, my life is shit and I don't have any of my goals yet, all because of me and my beliefs. But the moment you realize that is when you realize how much power that you hold, and it's such an easy fix to get the life you want to live and finally make a step in investing in the program, blah, blah, blah. And you explain to them that their whole life has been based on their beliefs. So the reason they failed certain business models, if they failed, was because they didn't even believe that it was possible to do so. And then now they know, like, oh shit, I have to have belief. Okay, so like, why do you not fully believe in yourself at all on a call? Someone give me like something that they would say, like someone come up with some shit. I don't know where Alizar went. Daniel.
Yo.
Give me like some like a bullshit that like someone would say if I asked them that question. So why do you feel like you don't 100% believe in yourself? Because do you believe right now that if you would have believed in yourself when you tried trading and dropshipping 2 years ago that you would have succeeded?
Yeah, I would feel like I would have succeeded because I just honestly double guess and second guess myself all the time.
So why do you feel like with all those business models that you've started and even right now, because obviously your beliefs have not changed because it led you to obviously being in the same spot that you were in 2 years ago. Why do you not, where does that belief come from? That limiting belief. Why do you not fully believe that you're someone that can obviously get to the point where you're making 10K a month? Because that's the only thing that's back. I just explained to you that your beliefs had led you exactly where you're at. So why do you feel like not only haven't you fixed them, but why do you feel like you even have those beliefs in the first place?
Yeah, that is good. That makes me like question myself and makes me want to do stuff like that.
Yeah, see, right then and there, like they're gonna start understanding so much shit. Like we're literally role playing right now, and you still were like, damn. But like, give me an example of something you would say after that.
Yeah, I'd say something along the lines of, I just feel like I haven't gave it my all yet and haven't really done anything, and I just feel like since there's so much shit going on, like work, school going on in my life, I just feel like I haven't fully committed to something and gave it my all yet.
Well, that goes back to the certainty that we were talking about. The reason you haven't gave something your all is because you were not certain that it's going to work out, and your beliefs led you to being uncertain. So all the time and all the excuses that you're giving me, that's not the core root of the problem. And my whole job on this call is to help you. Like, I want to fix your beliefs. I obviously want to see you inside of the program. So why do you think that you do not believe in yourself at all? I want to know where that comes from, because I could tell you, but I want to know if you could see it in yourself where it comes from. And if you can't, then I'll just straight up tell you why.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I don't know. like, I feel like, yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I'm just.
Are you saying you don't know what to say?
Yeah, like, I don't really, like, I would be in a situation where I'd just be like, yeah, I know I'm fully good with joining now. Like, I feel like I don't really know the beliefs. Like, if you frame it in the way that you understand the beliefs, I feel like I know what you're saying. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm fucking lost. I don't fucking know.
That's what you need them to understand on the call, that literally first you handle the uncertainty and then you make them realize that it all comes from a limiting belief, but where do their limiting beliefs come from? And it's like, maybe they'll say like their limiting belief came from them like failing in the past. That's very easy to handle. That's like the girl analogy that I always give. It's like, okay, well, if 3 of your relationships failed, it's like, would it stop you from finding a new one? No. So then why would it stop you from making money when money matters more than a girl? Bam, that's easy. But like, if they say something along the lines of like, when you ask them why they have like the limiting belief that they have, and they can't tell you the reason, why do humans, and I'm just asking all this question, why do humans have limiting beliefs in the first place? Even y'all, some of y'all in the program, I want y'all to answer this because I want to even help y'all, and I want to give some mindset advice while I'm still giving sales advice. Why do some people, as humans, have limiting beliefs? Because I promise you, y'all all have limiting beliefs, or else y'all would all be at the same right now.
From your parents and programming.
Past failures and
Oh,
programming.
Because of what other people like conditioned your mind to do. Like, it's based on like what everybody else told you since you were raised.
Exactly. And that's something that I love making people see on a call, that literally like their whole life and their whole beliefs are not even theirs at all. It's simply from conditioning, it's simply from programming, and it does not come from them. It doesn't come from God. It doesn't come from their soul. And I always use very extreme words because they feel way more connected to you when you're like saying like, oh, like man to man or human to human or like soul and God, and use words like that. But if someone said that to you on a call, Alizar, like you got to a point where like you're breaking their limiting beliefs, what would you tell to that person that has those limiting beliefs, but it doesn't come from them? What would you say to them to help them fix that limiting belief? Would you make them realize that it's an illusion? Their limiting belief is literally just a complete illusion.
Well, I've been pretty straight up in some of my calls. Like sometimes I just tell them straight up like where it actually comes from, like dead ass, and they're like, "Fuck."
I like that. Bro, no, I like that a lot because then they the moment they realize that all their limiting beliefs and why they're not at where they want to be at is not only because of their mind, but it's because of their programming, then they realize how easy it is to fix it. You explain to them like, bro, if you want to become a new version of yourself and you want to hit 10K a month, you have to think for your own. So you really have let like external factors like your parents and conditioning and programming affect where you're at currently right now to where you haven't got the results that you wanted. And they're like, holy fuck, like, damn. And then but at the end of the day, you still bring it back to them. Because yeah, those were some like external factors like programming and stuff. But like someone can't be that weak-minded of an individual where they can't think for their own. If that makes sense.
When they're super weak-minded, they give hints too. Like they tell you shit, like little words that you pick up. If you can pick up on little shit, people talk about their parents all the time. If they're talking about their parents, boom. That's where you get that.
Yeah, handle it right away. Because that's what it's basically like a slip up in people's minds. Like no one knows why they haven't succeeded yet, like completely 100%. But like even in their subconscious, like sometimes like they won't even know, they're not even aware of like them like talking. Because you know when you're having a conversation with someone, Freudian slip, that's like kind of what it is, Jan. But yeah, it's like subconsciously, they have no idea at all why they failed. But like subconsciously, since your subconscious knows every single thing about you, it's like bam. So they'll give you certain things that you have to pick up on. And most people will always talk about like how their parents like don't believe in them on the calls and shit like that. Like when you're getting pain out of someone and they're like, my parents don't believe in me, like all my friends doubt me, blah, 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 blah. And you make them realize that all the pain that they just told you about, the people around them don't believe in them and their parents don't believe in what they do, blah, 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 how that is like the only thing that's holding them back from success, even though at the end of the day, it's on you because it still comes from your mind and your beliefs. Then they'll realize it and be like, holy fuck, damn. But did that just make sense to everyone? But this is the whole point of a call. It's literally like the new word I'm using for it is paradigm closing. It's identity. It's changing identity. It's changing beliefs. Well, before any of that, obviously, it's like the uncertainty shit. Changing someone's identities and changing someone's beliefs. You cannot change someone's identity, first off, if they don't know why that the version of themselves right now is not successful in the first place. So yeah, you explain that to them. Beliefs. Where do beliefs come from? No one will have new beliefs if they're not in a new identity. So you need to make these people realize, and that's where the pain comes in. From the identity that they're currently in. That's pain. People try to like get people's pain of like, like how does it feel like not having like the 10K a month right now, blah, blah, blah. You think that hurts? People have never seen 10K. They don't give a fuck about that. You want to know what hurts more? How does it feel not being the man that is even able to make $10,000 a month? That hits way harder because it's them. It's their identity. It's not an external thing. It's not like a physical thing like money. Notion of some notes you've gone over? Yes. But yeah, so that's why like when you try to handle like someone's pain and they're giving you pain and stuff like that, never like especially in consequence questioning, if you try to consequence them with like money, for example, and you tell them like, oh, how does it feel not having blah 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 blah, dude, they don't know how it feels having it, therefore it feels the same. It's like this to them. They've never had it their whole life, so they're like this. It's not like gonna spike their emotion at all. But what will spike their emotion is when they realize that, damn, they're not even the person worthy enough of making 10K. And you can even use words like that. I do it in my calls all the time. Worthy, deserving, all that type of shit. That's why I say, bro, all the stuff that I talk about on my YouTube is literally how I close. But like I was talking about, handle the uncertainty, make them realize that it's always come down to uncertainty. And then you have to completely fix their mind around the uncertainty, which only comes with identity and belief. But like, no one's going to be able to change your beliefs if you don't explain to them why beliefs work like that in the first place and how beliefs are the things that literally basically like shape our reality. And I wouldn't, maybe I'll use words like that if someone's like more conscious than another person. But like, at the end of the day, no one will be able to even change their belief, and they don't know why they have beliefs in the first place. So these are things that you have to explain to people, which is why I do not believe in letting the prospect speak more than you. The person with more knowledge has more authority. The person with with more knowledge always wins. Do you know how much they will respect you whenever you're able to break all of this down to them and even show them why beliefs like are there in the first place? And you can even tell them your own personal story. People love when you relate to them. It's like, okay, even, yeah, I was in your spot when I didn't believe in myself, blah, blah. And then maybe like you say something is like, the moment I started believing myself because of XYZ, whatever thing that you did is when your life changed, blah, blah, blah. And then you explain that to them. But you have to be like able to go very, very knowledge based, especially with identity, especially with beliefs. They need to know that the current identity themselves is why they're not where they're at. But in order to even have new beliefs in the first place, they have to literally have a new identity. And if you're not able to do this on a call, and by the way, if you're able to do this on a call before you ever pitch or price drop, on God, you're closing everyone. You'll never get an objection. I swear to God. I never ran into objections like that ever. Alzar, anything you want to add to these people on everything I just covered? Because Alzar closes the same way I do.
Yeah, I'm being so dead ass. Like everything I teach, like it's this is literally how I teach it. So it's like it's good.
Yeah, I came up with the word for it too, Alzar, paradigm closing. You know, like it's NEPQ, the gay shit.
What the fuck is that?
You don't know what NEPQ is? That's like what Jeremy Minor teaches.
I'm not a sales fucking geek. Like, I don't watch that shit.
You need to understand. Yeah, you're in high ticket sales, but you don't want to be a salesy weirdo. This is for the very new people, like
bro,
those.
One thing I'll tell you guys, bro, if you guys are watching those fucking the Jeremy Minor, the JP Egan bullshit, I swear to God, when I would watch that shit, I was the worst closer. I swear to God, when I dead ass just started looking at my prospects, understanding, like psychology runs so deep. If you can like dead ass like just, it's so hard to like explain in one call like how this fucking works and how that works. But like Hudson's giving you guys like a really good baseline on things. If you guys like start to do your own research with shit, like you guys will be able to pick up on shit so easily, and literally like 1-2 minutes into the call, you'll figure out their limiting belief just off of the way they speak. I swear to God.
You'll know it by if you ask them certain questions and they do certain things offset. So it's like, let's say me and Alzar are talking the whole time and he says something to me. Like, let's say Alzar says something about like something that I'm like bad about my life or some shit that would make me defensive. And like I look like this, or like I'll start doing like this, or like maybe my face even gets red, or maybe like some little shit like that happens. Their eyes, their tone will change. Bro, you can hear it in people's tone. I promise you, there's so many things to pick up on within, like you said, the first 1 to 2 minutes of the fucking call. And you can get their limiting belief. And then that's what the whole call should be about. Bro, the rest of the call, this whole like framework that we give y'all, if you're able to find their limiting belief within the first 5 minutes of the call, spend 10 minutes on that, fix that shit, and then go do the rest of the call. But that's the number one thing that matters the most, is fixing the damn limiting belief. I don't give a fuck about someone's goal. Let's say even before they tell me their goal, I know their limiting belief. On God, I'm fixing the limiting belief before I even know their goal. Easily, 100% of the time. Like, I'll always do it in current situation. Always. Never to goals and desires. I'll never do it then. Never. Because I don't want people telling me what their goal is when they don't even believe there's someone that can even achieve it in the first place. The goal doesn't even like matter to them. They don't believe they can get that goal, so it's not a real fucking goal. So before they even tell you their goals and what they want out of life, you should already be fixing the limiting belief. Does this make sense to everyone? Type in the chat, or someone can come up and speak. But I want to make sure that this makes sense to y'all. Do y'all understand this?
Yes.
So, bro, I have a question. When you say like the prospect like shouldn't, or like people say the prospect should talk more, is that like at certain aspects of the call? Because I feel like a lot of people be yapping though. Like, I feel like you should listen to the prospect. Like, kind of expand on that a little bit.
Okay, here's the thing. These people that you're getting on calls with are unconscious as fuck. I hate to say it, but they're retarded. If they're not where they want to be in life, they're retarded. Yes, you can let them speak when they're talking about pain. Absolutely. Let them speak about their pain over and over and over. Eat that shit up. If they want to go ahead and talk about their pain for fucking 10 minutes, even better for me. But if we're talking about how to get to where they want to be and beliefs and breaking the uncertainty objection and helping them change their limiting beliefs, why the fuck would I ever let them speak? I will literally go on and yap for 5 minutes without them saying a damn word. The moment you start asking people questions, these people are not smart enough in their head to even answer in a proper way. So you're going to be trying to handle something that doesn't even exist. Which is why sometimes when people are like, don't assume, it's bullshit. When you don't assume, the call is going to go on for an hour long. Because then they're going to be like, oh, it was timing. Oh, then it's fear. Oh, then it's that. Then it's that. No, well, I already picked up on what it was in the first 5 minutes. So I'm going to straight up fucking tell them in their face exactly what it is. It's simple as that. And I will talk for 5 minutes straight. Because if I'm explaining this type of stuff to people, they're not going to understand at all. Until you fucking nail it, until you hammer them. That's the only way they will understand. So like, yeah, if someone's talking about their situation and their pain, of course let them speak and don't talk over them, blah, blah, blah. But while they're doing that, pick up on not only how their tone changes, but what they're doing whenever they're explaining like certain things about their situation, their pain. Like you'll be able to pick up on someone's pain really much if they're telling you something. And then like you ask them a question about like their situation or pain, and you'll be able to tell that it's very hard pain point. If they do something like if they fidget or their tone changes or like they'll look around and something like that, you're like, okay, bam. That's where like his true pain is. But when it comes down to figuring out like their limiting belief, it's very, very, very easy to tell if someone's either just like, even though obviously laziness isn't a real objection too, but like you can obviously like handle the laziness going into uncertainty. Like you tie the laziness into uncertainty, because if they were 100% certain, then they wouldn't be lazy. Bam, done. But I mean, at the end of the day, I would say the most common thing that you're going to be able to pick up on someone is like fear and laziness. That's it. And then like you tie it to uncertainty. But like you have to remember in your head exactly what it is that their limiting belief that they gave you if you're letting them talk that much. There's a problem with letting a prospect talk for 10 minutes. Let's say you let a prospect yap for 10 minutes. What if they said something in minute 2 of the call that you could have used against them, but you wait for 10 minutes and then you forget? The moment you get ammunition on them, cut them off. The moment, so you don't forget it in your head. Because, bro, here's the thing. It's like, you need to be willing to call certain things out. Like, let's say someone is talking about their situation and they give some bullshit ass excuse and you still let them speak. In their mind, they're like comfortable with that excuse, and they're making an excuse for why they made the excuse in the first place. Like they're making it feel like it's like a okay thing to have in their head. So it's like, no, why would I not cut them off immediately? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So you'd say body language is super important. We should kind of study that a little bit.
Body language is so important, and so is your body language on the call too. It needs to remain the same the whole call.
Especially during objection handling, huh?
What'd you say?
No, especially during objection handling, huh? Like if you kind of...
I swear to God, right hand on the Bible, if you do everything I just said at this call, you will not run into objections. These people have a new identity, new beliefs. They physically can't. And bro, what I used to do as well, while I was pre-handling, I would literally say shit about like how I've been on multiple calls and like the calls that I couldn't, and I'll explain like that me, like the point of me being on the call is obviously like I'll feel like a failure if I let someone like get off a call and they don't make a life-changing decision, blah, blah, blah. So then they feel like, oh, they love me, this and that. But here's the thing. I will explain to them on the call that exactly what I just said, how like the whole point of like if I let people off, and like they know that we take all these calls. Like you can tell them that like I take like 5 of these calls like every single day. I'm one of the coaches inside of the program. I see the people that leave these calls without making a change, and they're never going to get anything in their lives. And it's after I explain everything to them that I'm about to explain to you, they always say something at the end of it like, oh, well, I still just need to like think about doing it. And those are the people that I've seen that have never succeeded. And like I would say it like that to them. And then like whenever like objections would come up, like they're like, oh, I remember Hudson said that earlier in the call that like most people who fail, like give some bullshit excuse like I need to think about it. So that's not even like a fucking option for them to even say. Because after you just handle everything that I explained with the identity, the beliefs, all that type of shit, that's really the only objection that they could ever give you. Yeah, on Saturday, Katie, I'm gonna review one. The only objection they could ever give you is like the I need to think about it bullshit. Because it's not like they're gonna be like, oh, they're not gonna straight up admit to you like, oh, I just have fear, like I'm uncertain, blah blah blah. But that's the only way. This is the only way. Everything that I explained in this call to never get an objection. Simple as that. Does anyone have any questions at all on anything?
Bro, please tell me you're recording this call. This shit was fire, bro.
Someone was definitely recording it.
Bro, whoever is recording it, bro, you're gonna have to send it, yo.
He recorded our one-on-one call. Please tell me you recorded this too.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I tell you this. Yeah, well, it didn't work. I tried.
Damn, my shit doesn't work.
Sucks.
Yo,
Maybe next time.
Damn.
Just can you not do a Google Meet and just have a Loom recorder?
Maybe in another life, bro. Damn, no one recorded this, Sean. No, this is probably one of the most fire calls. But
hey, bro, she was fire. And you said a lot of shit I would steal too, bro. Like,
good, steal it all. My way is the best way.
Yeah, well, no, those are notes for me and his one-on-one. Those are just like very brief notes.
Yeah, there's still. It's already been an hour on the call. But I still want to show you. That one-on-one call we did. There's still 30 minutes left of that I still want to show y'all. But not in this call. But let me play it real quick. Let me see what anything important that we went over that. Was something to know exactly their whole fucking childhood, be a sign from God or some bullshit like that. And like, especially like when they tell you they've never tried anything to make money online before. It's kind of what I explained to y'all a little bit. But I took some videos I can drop in the chat. Fire, do that. But yeah, does anyone have, before I end this call off, did that make sense to everyone? Do y'all see how that way of closing is better than any way of closing when you're doing word tracks and all this bullshit? Does that not feel like you're trying to help the person, like you love them so much? Does that not feel like a human to human, regular, genuine ass conversation about how the world works the way that it does? This is real sales. This is actual psychology. This isn't some bullshit. But the problem is, I always wanted to teach the style of closing and how I closed, but it's very hard to explain it to a lot of people. So I want to make, yeah, I do, Vanessa. I'm going to review one on Saturday. So I want y'all to realize that it is a hard way of closing. Like even for Alexar, for example, like for a while of him closing, he didn't close in the way that he did. What made you change your closing style, by the way, Alexar?
Bro, I don't know. I just became more aware, I guess.
So it literally came from like you learning things about like just knowledge-based shit. That was like, damn, I could use this on a call.
Yeah. It just came with me picking up shit because I was hopping on. Like even when I was shit at closing, like I still got on offers. And then I was just taking so many calls and I just started picking up on shit. I was like, let me just go with the fucking flow.
Whenever you first got into sales, were you trying to do the whole framework?
Yes.
Like,
yes. I was doing ChatGPT fucking scripts. I was searching up framework. I was doing a bunch of bullshit.
And it didn't work, right?
No.
Yeah, not at all. That's the problem. And I do believe that a lot of sales coaches online that are teaching that way of closing, I do genuinely think that that style is going to die very soon, because the problem is it's like prospects are getting a lot smarter. They are becoming more aware. They are becoming more conscious at the end of the day. So I don't think that very salesy weird shit doesn't feel so genuine is going to work anymore. I bet you in 6 months from now, if it does not feel, and especially what's funny too is like if you close for like a sales offer, and like the person's in sales and you're closing them, or like let's say you're even closing like a sales guy for like a trading offer or like a blah 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 offer, and they don't feel like it's a genuine conversation at all, you're cooked at the end of the day. But this is how every call should look, 1000%. It shouldn't be any other way at the end of the day at all. People know, bro. People can pick up on energy. People know exactly why you're saying certain things. And like, I promise you, they can feel when it's not genuine, when it doesn't come from your heart. Do you think I just had to like think about anything that I had to say to y'all? Do you know how genuine even this call felt? Can y'all feel the energy behind it of how like genuine from the heart it is based on my tone, based on everything? You can. And that it's the same for them on that call too. Promise you. They will genuinely love you, bro. Because at the end of the day, the whole point of a call is for you to literally be like Carl Jung always talks about archetypes of a person, like the savior archetype and the hero archetype. That's who you have to be inside of their mind. They have to literally look at you, not to be blasphemous, as God. Like, damn, like this guy is gonna be the one that's gonna fucking save me. Because no one has told these people this. You're gonna be the first person ever to ever tell them any of this. Whenever you just blast knowledge on why they're not where they want to be yet in life. No one's ever told them this, bro. When they realize this from you, they're going to fucking love you. You can get away with saying anything to them. Does this make sense to everyone? Can y'all type in the chat?
Yeah, it makes sense. I have like one question real quick.
What's up?
So I want to like ask a question, something about like Alazar said earlier, like almost beginning of the call. He said like whenever the
Give me a second real quick. Can everyone, I'm about to take a video. Can everyone come up on stage? Y'all can still mute and stuff, but like accept my invite coming up on stage. Alexia, why doesn't it let me invite you on the stage, by the way? I physically, you're the only person it doesn't like send an invite to. No, there's no max amount because I'm able to send it to everyone else. No idea. I'm in the car with my fam. Maybe if you're on the car play or something, I don't know. But everyone come up on the stage. Ari, even you. Just you don't have to say anything or mute your mic or whatever the fuck you want to do. But yeah, what was your question?
Yeah, I was gonna say regarding something Elazar said earlier, like when the prospects are like when he can feel the prospects like saying some dumb shit or like something like that, like he's honest with it, like he says it like straight to their face. I don't know if I heard that right. Maybe like maybe I'm wrong, but like what's up?
Alexar, explain to him what you said.
Like if people are saying dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like what I mean by dumb shit is like if they're literally saying like limiting beliefs within their words. Like if they're saying shit like if, maybe, I don't know, some stuff like that. If they're being genuinely dumb, like if you can just like clock that and like understand like what it means by like if, like what does that mean? It means they don't believe in themselves. Uncertainty. Bang them on it. Right? Little things like that. That's what I mean. Like 2 minutes into the call, if they're speaking like that, if you start to understand little cues like that, you can easily drill them on it.
Oh, like bro, I just always hoped like I would get rich, like little words like that.
Little
Like
dumb shit.
Like if it works out, bro, pick up on that easily, and you have to call them out for it.
When you call
Like,
them
you
out,
gotta-
do they ever get upset?
Absolutely not. You already have like the authority and respect on a call. You can't say it in a bad way though. Like
Yeah.
it's all about like tone and just like how you're talking to them. That's why even when I talk to girls, even when I talk to y'all, do y'all ever notice like Alazar in person, especially, I'm always talking like this, like smiling, smirking, right?
Yeah.
Like always. It's like they're not gonna get mad at me when I'm talking like this to them at all. They're gonna love me. All right. Fire ass call. I'm about to video and post this one on my story. So everyone look like very sexy for the camera. I don't want to catch y'all lacking. Everyone type what they thought about the call in the chat and W's and shit. Spam it, spam it, spam it. Say Hudson's the LeBron of sales. My goat. Fire. I hope I didn't catch any of y'all lacking.
La Hudson. That's funny.
Can I ask one question?
What's up? Yeah, of course. Last
All
question.
right. So, yeah. So right now I work in the afternoon and I don't graduate till the end of June. So I don't want to apply for offers and like not be able to fulfill if I do get on one. So what do you recommend I do?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah. So right now I work 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. And when I graduate, that will be my full schedule. So I'll have all afternoon to be doing sales or all morning. So, but right now I'm in school. So I don't want to get on an offer and then not be able to like produce, you know what I mean?
No, fuck that. You could still get on certain offers that you can do it from the
All right.
morning to 2 p.m. You have to be willing to put the time in, bro. No matter
Of
what.
course, yeah.
Fuck that. Like you can literally set, like if you don't want to close or whatever, Bro, you could still set from literally when you wake up 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. That's a lot of time. You can
Yeah.
still hit over 100 dials within that time.
All right, thank you.
But yeah.
Bro, Hudson, I'm gonna start closing for Sergio, bro. You know, Jake's friend.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
bullet? Yeah.
That's fire. I remember Jake told me
I got
like
you.
they needed a
Oh, he
Spanish
told you.
closer. They need a Spanish closer, and I immediately thought in my head, I was like, bro, I know a guy that speaks Spanish. That would be fucking perfect for it. They're smart too. Like Sergio and them are smart. They're smart. Like they're gonna run it up.
You know what's crazy? Yesterday we did the first role play, and today we did the second one. Bro, right after we ended up the second role play earlier in the morning, bro, he told me like, bro, do you want to hop on a call, your first call? I was like, okay, why not, bro? And then it didn't pass like less than 10 minutes, and I was on that first call. You know what I'm saying? Sergio left, and he like left me with the prospect.
I think he's here right now. I think he's literally at Jake's crib right now. I don't know. I just walked out. They're still gambling. I wonder if they lost my money. All right, I'm gonna sit in here and just chill with y'all while I smoke a cigarette. Then I'll end the call. But yeah.
Yo, I got a question for you, Hudson. Real quick.
What up?
Hopefully
What
it's good. No, it's gonna be good. So this is something you raised over a lot in your videos. It's like luck isn't real. I agree with that, but I want to hear your perspective on like why luck isn't real.
My perspective on why luck isn't real. When is the game?
Yeah.
Give me a time in your life where you thought you got lucky.
I can't. I don't believe in it.
So why would I have to explain it to you?
Well, I
But
want to
no,
hear like, why you believe that.
I believe luck is not real because anytime I got unlucky in my life and my life went shit, and bro, this is when I first realized that like there's no coincidences and nothing is luck. My life would be going so good. I'm sure y'all have all experienced this. And randomly I would feel to myself, I'm like, bro, life's been too good right now. Like something bad is gonna happen. And then something bad would happen. I'd be like, bro, I got so unlucky. But then I started to realize, like, wait, no, it's just because I'm saying something bad might happen, then it would happen. So I'm like, what the fuck? That happened from my mind. And this was like way when I was younger. Like I realized this shit at such a young age. But anytime everyone always told me as a kid, Hudson, you're so lucky. Hudson, you're so lucky. Hudson, you're so lucky. So like a couple years back, I was asking myself a ton of questions about what like people have always said about me as a kid. And I remembered that was one of the things, like, oh, Hudson's so lucky. And I was like, wait, why does everyone believe I'm so lucky? And then I realized like, it's genuinely because like, I just always thought like I was going to get better results out of anyone in life. Like I thought like I was going to perform better. I believed I was going to get luckier. Since everyone told me I was just a lucky person, I always believed I was lucky as a kid. And then I actually got luckier. And then I realized like, wait, so me being lucky in life came from me believing I was lucky in life. So it's not luck is not a real thing. It comes from here. And that's like what mentalism is. But yeah, studying mentalism, then you really realize that luck isn't real. Or like, but how to realize luck isn't real is to learn that there's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything has always happened like for a reason and because of you.
Yo, is that how you talk on calls? Is that like exactly how you sound? Just that whatever their objection is? Because like the way, is that how you sound on calls? Because like the way you're talking, you sound like you're objection handling it. Like that's what it sounded like, low key.
Oh, like right there?
Yeah, that's exactly what. That's what it sounded like, right?
How I talk to y'all is how I talk on my calls, and obviously there will be tone changes. Like I don't fuck with this weird ass like tone shit where like people are like, oh, I see. So like, how does that make you feel? That shit is fucking retarded. But there is ways to make people's like tones for them to get the point. Have y'all ever seen me on a call with y'all when I explain it to y'all, and I'm like, and look at your life, and I go like that, and I go very extreme to get my point across. There's certain things like that I do in my life, but the way I talk to y'all, the way I talk to my friends, the way I talk to women is the same way I talk on a call. You want to know why? It's authentic and it's genuine and they can feel that. Stop trying to change the way you speak on your calls. It's fucking retarded. Especially when we try to do like the people think that tone manipulation. First off, I want every single one of y'all to study tone manipulation. After this call, go on YouTube and study tone manipulation, how you can hit someone's circadian rhythm in their heart and make them believe something from your voice. Go study that. Have you ever been like watching? So many people would tell me like, bro, when I watch your videos, like for whatever reason, like I get zoned out. Like it feels like I'm hypnotized. It's because I'm doing certain things like tone manipulation for them to fucking keep listening to me.
Where would you start to learn that at? Like, would you just go on
Literally,
YouTube?
and look up tone manipulation. But yeah, you're supposed to hypnotize people to literally listening to what you say. I remember when me and Alazar ran our testimony video in Malibu together. He was like, bro, he was like, I was deadass unconscious. He said like, I don't know if that testimony was good. I was so unconscious that I was just like listening to you, and like I was zoned out completely. But yeah, that's tone is a very big thing. But tone doesn't look like, oh, so like you not hitting 10K a month, yeah, like how does that make you feel? Like that shit is so fucking gay. Retarded.
Yo, bro, you made a TikTok I want you to expand on. It was like telling people you're gonna be rich. Like expand on that because I feel like
Okay.
yo,
Your beliefs matter a lot into your success. Your energy matters a lot into your success. Do you know what the collective unconscious is? It's the conscious that we all share. We all share the same ideas. We all share the same thoughts. The more people that believe something about you, the more real that it will become. If there's 10 people that believe you will be successful, plus you believe, that person will go further than the person that only believes in himself and has no one backing him up. Yes, at the end of the day, it's all on you, and you could still be successful without anyone having beliefs in you. But if you ask anyone around me, they're always like, bro, Hudson, you always like speak things into existence and you'll always tell us exactly what you're going to do. It's for a reason, because I make every single person around me believe it. Then it's everyone's energy. The more belief you have around you, the more love you have around you. It's like magnetism. It comes to you 10 times faster. It's like just a stronger magnet. The more people believe, the magnet gets bigger.
So don't you feel like more people would like hate on you instead of believing you, bro?
Not me. Not with the conviction and energy that I had behind it. Bro, when I told everyone I was going to get rich, not one person, I've never got hate or doubt from anyone, by the way. I never like understand this shit when everyone's like, yeah, bro, like my whole like hometown like doesn't believe in me. Like obviously my mom didn't believe in me and shit like that. But like my friends and like other people, whenever like I dropped out of high school and stuff, I think every single one of them knew like, damn, Hudson's going to be the outlier. Like he's going to get rich. That's how much conviction I had. Because you want to know why? Perception is reality. I believe myself to be above them and better than them. Therefore, they thought the same about me, which sometimes does trigger people and it'll make people defensive, being like, damn, Hudson's better than me. If you believe you are better than someone and they don't believe they're better than you, they will feel that. They will subconsciously be like, damn, like he is better than me. But yeah, I just had so much conviction and energy behind everything that I say that I make everyone believe it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Understood, bro.
I love the feeling of being the outlier. Oh God, it's such a good feeling too. Like people like are so scared to tell people their goals, but like, do you know how good it feels that you have goals and no one else does? It raises your confidence so much and like your energy and just like magnetism times 10.
Yo, I got a question for you. So you talk about the law of polarity. I get it, like what it means particularly, but like how do somebody use it?
Well, it's like exactly what I explained in my video. So like everything has a polar opposite. So
Yeah.
it's like, what does light lead to? Darkness. Darkness to light. Yin, yang, moon, sun, woman, man, feminine, masculine, fear, courage. Everything has an opposite, right?
Yeah.
So then if you realize everything has an opposite, that emotion that you're feeling can easily be combated with the opposite of it. And that's the only way to fix it.
Switch your emotion. Okay.
You switch your emotional state behind it. Very, very, very easy.
Nah, type shit.
But yeah, that's what Carl Jung talks about. You have to go through whenever you're doing shadow work, that's what it is. And going through the individuation process, it's basically like doing the opposite of the yourself now. Like that's why everyone should have an equal balance in life. Like, yeah, sure. Like I'm a very fucking like aggressive masculine guy, but I still need to have an equal balance in my life where I still have that soft feminine side of me. Because then you can target and you can hit everyone. You know what I'm saying? So that goes with everything in life. You can never just be hard stuck on like one specific thing. Like if you look at someone like Wes Watson, you know who that is? Just like screams all the time. And it's like people
The
don't
guy in jail.
Yes, yeah, it's not authentic at all. You need to be like your whole, full, psychically whole version of yourself, which is everything. Which is why I don't believe in things of too extreme to the point. I'm Christian, right? And I try to like stray away from like sin and stuff like that. But me as a person, there needs to be an equally balance, because if you go too spiritual and you go too religious, you will get fucked in life. You need to like learn like just how life works, and life is just a polarity thing. Like everything has its opposite, but you need to learn. Obviously, you can't go over one side and over this side, but the middle is like the perfect ground for everything. Which is why I'm not too religious or too spiritual. It's like I'm in the middle, you know? All right, guys, my computer's on 2%. I'm gonna go back and gamble inside. This was a fucking fire ass call, like genuinely probably one of the best ones. But
Oh, bro.
what y'all think? Give me. It's my computers might die while y'all are talking, but y'all like this type of call?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
bro.
was fire.
Fire, bro.
Yeah, this was solid.
All right. I love y'all. Everyone go fucking make some money. Everyone go. It's nighttime. I used to go on walks every single night, visualize and manifest everything. Go do the fucking same. Go do something before sleep that is going to benefit you. Get in a good state of mind before you sleep. That's what I'm going to leave y'all off with. Okay. All right. I'll see y'all. Love y'all. Peace out.
Yeah.
Peace.